put our legs just so. We put our legs just so. We fold our hands down in our laps and close our mouths, you know. Language is made up of sounds. So when we say a word like cat, it's actually formed by 3 distinct sounds, the k, a, and t. And so in Montessori, we help to draw the child's attention to those component parts. One of the primary ways we do that is through the I Spy game. I spy with my little eye something that sounds like k-la-ak. K-la-ak. So again, we're just focusing on those sounds, that blending of sounds that goes on when we actually create the language that comes out of our mouths is something that they're aware of. And that really helps with a lot of stumbling blocks that kids often come upon as they embark on the more abstract aspect of language, which is the writing and the reading. This one. Once the kids are really good at hearing the sounds, I'll show them the abstract symbol. So then we bring the sandpaper letters, which are large, so that when the child forms the letters, not only is it tactile because the sandpaper shows where the formation of the letter is, it's also kinesthetic. They're actually moving their body as they form that letter sound. They're taking in this information about this abstraction using 4 senses basically, which really helps them to incarnate that, if you will. So once they've learned all or most of their sounds using the sandpaper letters, they move on to the movable alphabet. With the movable alphabet, the child can first encode the information that he already has in his brain and turn it into something abstract. So in Montessori, we approach writing or creating the word before we read or decode and find out what somebody else created. So they could take a word, a simple word that is phonetic, like
web.
Good. So let's make web. Good. What comes next after web? Good. Ba. So we have web.
So they can create words using the movable alphabet. This is, again, allows the child that creativity of thinking of his own words and self-expression, which is such an important aspect of language. After the child's been working with the movable alphabet for 6 weeks, 2 months, something like that, depends on the child, we have a very special material called the object box. This is the object box. And I have some special objects in here. Would you like to see some of them? Then you say, I'm going to see if I can get you to give me what I want, but I'm not going to talk. You'll write down the first letter. And you write down the second letter. So you've written down the 3 letters of something that's one of those objects there, and then they put them together. And all of a sudden they go, oh, ma. So this lets you know what I wanted, didn't I? That's a material that really shows them, wow, that's what these symbols can do. If you can put them together, they represent, at this point, just a noun, a thing. After the child has worked with the object box, then we take them to a material called the wooden reading tablets, which allows the child the opportunity to repeat this experience of sounding out a word and matching it to something. Sound this out and see where it goes. So there's a picture, and then there's a word underneath. And they can put the label by the tablet, pull the tablet up, and check and see, is that indeed the correct word? Once they can read, they are much more independent in how they get their information. Reading is what opens you up to the possibilities of the entire world. The end goal is that kids love to read. And so as we're dealing with all these nuts and bolts and bits and pieces, we always have to remember that that is an essential aspect of the whole process